Yo, what's going on, Vato? How you doing, Mendoza? What's going on, man? Mexi, how you
What's
doing,
good,
brother?
baby?
Ah, dang, dude. Uh, had a lot of fun last week, man. Had a lot of fun on that podcast last week, dude.
Yeah, man. You working your magic with that editing, bro. Good shit.
I'm trying, man. I'm hoping everybody got the clue to watch the last 30 seconds, see if Mendoza got that rid or not. You ever figure that shit out?
uh, I don't know. Did I figure it out? I mean,
I
I
mean,
hope that.
you forgot about it, you know what I mean? So I'm hoping that you remembered about it now so we can reveal what this sumbitch is, you know what I mean?
No, bro. I didn't figure it the fuck out, bro. I was stumped, bro. I have no idea how 22 people can survive while everybody dying.
All
Because that's
right.
literally what it said. Everybody died, yet 22 people survived.
Well,
I
we didn't
couldn't.
get nothing. We didn't get nobody saying anything in the comments about the riddle, so I'll just go ahead and reveal that. So the joke was that the boat sank, and there was uh, 11, 11, 11 single people. God dang it!
No, you said 22 people survived.
Okay, so the
Everybody died, and 22 people survived.
yeah, okay. So the boat sank. Every single person died, but
You said
22 survived.
single. You're talking about every single person died. You're talking about like the people are single. You see, and so you're talking about like there was 11 couples that survived, basically, right? Did
I
I
had
figure it out?
I
You
had
see,
to mess up the joke the second time around for you to get what I just said.
no, you probably just didn't say it right the first time either, which is
I
why I
did.
couldn't get it.
I did. Look back at the podcast.
Oh, I'm gonna have to.
You're gonna have to look back though. You know
Yeah.
what? I tell you what. I'm gonna put it right here in the freaking middle. You know I'm gonna do that. Oh, it's a boat sank.
Mm-hmm.
A boat sank, and every single person drowned, but 22 survived. 22 people survived. How is that possible? I'll give you to the end of the podcast to figure that one out.
Yeah, because you said right now what you said specifically that made me get it was single people. Where you in the podcast, it felt like you said every single person died,
Uh huh.
right?
Yeah.
And
So
and so
the boat sank. There was a boat that sank, and every single person died, but
yeah,
22
yeah,
survived.
yeah. No. I got it now. Now that I'm looking back, I was like, no, you said it the same way. The
Uh,
single people, yeah, single person. You got me.
yeah.
I
Okay.
was stumped, dude.
Yeah.
But I did get it now as you were re-saying it right now,
There you go.
actually.
Okay. Great.
Fuck, I forgot the fucking riddle.
Fuck, I forgot the fucking riddle.
That was a good one, man. I'm really glad you said that to me. I hope that worked out all right because I try to do a little
Yeah, I
something
like
like
the whisper. The
yeah.
whisper, like
It took me a long time to try and figure out how to get that little echo inside there. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But yeah, I eventually I told my wife about it, and I think I told you I was gonna do something, but it wasn't exactly what I wanted to do because I was actually gonna take like a side view of my face, and I was gonna go Mendoza, you know, pop that in there like that, but
That would have been
I
great.
think that worked out great.
That
I
worked out
enjoyed.
great.
Yeah,
It would have been funnier if you did what you were about to do. You had it in mind, like I said,
I
you're
did.
creatively there.
I did. I had to. Well, that's the thing. I wanted to get the Scotty Fitness thing out of there. So
Mm.
we only had a certain amount of time. That's getting ready to happen tomorrow. I haven't figured out what
Yeah.
time was. I haven't seen no tweets or nothing on there. So I'm hoping they're still going to do it, even though we got that shit going on over in Los Angeles. But
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
there's new fires that just started too, man. So,
I heard about that.
like I know that we just talked about it last week, but I mean, like the fires are not ending, so why would the conversation end? You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, yeah,
So
yeah,
we'll talk a little bit about that today too.
yeah. Those wow. It's been a hell of a week, though, man. It's been a really hell of a week. I mean, with everything that's been going on.
Yeah, Trump inaugurated, bro.
You got TikTok that got banned and then unbanned,
and
and
then unbanned.
all the people were crying. What am I gonna do now? It's
They were
like,
crying, and then they came back, and a lot of people are like,
bro,
"Wait, so are we gonna make America great again?"
oh, come,
Like they,
like,
like, bro, the people that were like anti-Trump, like that were like millennials or Gen Zers, not millennials because like I'm a millennial, right? But like a Gen Z or someone from the previous generation right past me, like they're coming out like excited that Trump is like bringing it back and wanting to save it, and there's people that didn't vote for Trump. So I don't know. I think he's gonna work on a lot of people's good sides and kind of cater to what it is that what they want. You know what I'm saying? Like TikTok is a big one. My buddy today was talking about how like a lot of them are like crying for the most part because yeah, they do make a lot of money,
Right.
but
Right.
if we think about it, most of the content is garbage. Like what's some of the biggest content that I fucking hate on TikTok is when they go and exploit people in public
Mm-hmm.
for their gain. When they're going out bullying people, pulling pranks on people in public, right? That really grinds my gears. And you get a lot of that. A lot of that, right?
Right.
And the people that watch the content in my opinion are enabling it,
Right.
right?
Right.
So yeah, shit like that, like I don't feel bad for people like that. Like I hope that they could like there's a way to like really control that, make it a fucking law, dude, something to like really get people to be hesitant about pulling pranks like that and
It's
putting
not
them on the
even
internet.
that. It's not even just the pranks on there. It's the fact that you get
Some of them are assault, dude. Some of them are straight up people getting punched and knocked
yeah.
out, bro, for views.
That and then you got all the ass shaking that's going on.
Oh, dude, yeah,
That
all the
I
exploitation,
don't like.
bro. I get so sick of it,
They
dog.
say, oh well, it's in your analytics okay, I'm gonna tell you this straight up right now, and I'm gonna look
No,
right
it's
at the fucking
fucking
camera.
not.
That ain't in my motherfucking analytics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't watch that shit. I got a wife
yeah,
sitting right over at home and all that. If I wanted to watch this, my wife would say, "Oh, I don't care if you watch it," but I'm not going to because it's
okay.
disrespectful to her.
Right.
You
Right.
know?
And where I get it is more so like people like sharing pictures or people sharing memes, right? So I don't necessarily get like a lot of the people because there's a way to filter out on your notifications. There are some people that are what you would consider like a sex bot,
Mm-hmm.
right? People just going on there trying to sell themselves, their OnlyFans, whatever. And they'll try to like your shit. They
Mm-hmm.
like your shit. They like your comments just to try to get attention. But
Right.
there's a way to filter that out.
Right.
If you're not following them, it doesn't show you that they
Mm.
like that they like your shit. So I changed it to that, and I haven't seen none of it on my notifications or on my news feed.
I still get it, man.
Um,
It drives me absolutely nuts. Because
like,
like I mean there's like I reported one of them, and I can get hate for it all day. I don't really care. I don't want this
I was
shit. I don't
recording.
want this shit. I reported one of them where it was this male or female, I don't know what it was, but all they were doing was they were sitting in bed, okay, and they had this in their video and they also had this in their live because I went into their live to see if I had to report their live also, right? So they were sitting in bed with the
Right.
camera facing down at their feet underneath the blanket. Oh, bro, no, no,
I'm fucking with you, dog.
no. Ugh, this shit it disgusts me, bro. It really does. And they
So
were
go ahead and
watching.
describe it for the viewers. It's
They
so
were
disgusting. Let's describe it for the
they were watching.
viewers.
They were watching TV, and on their video itself, it had a naked woman,
Okay.
like straight up naked woman. Okay, so like I said,
And this is on X.
yes, no, this was on TikTok. This is one of
Oh,
those
okay.
videos that people post in there to say, "Hey, I'm live," blah 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 blah. Right? Had this straight up naked woman, just a picture of the naked woman on half the screen. So I went into the live to see if I could report this, and I went into live. It didn't show that, so I went back to the video, and I went in and I reported it. I got a message back from TikTok saying
Yeah.
that this video does not violate our community guidelines.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, so see like shit like that, like why like there's shit like that makes me not feel bad for, TikTok getting banned or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
like but in all reality, what really kind of takes away is when people make videos like the one we're gonna watch in a little bit about the fires,
Mm-hmm.
when people really kind of put videos together to get information out there,
Right.
like that's where I think we're getting hurt when it
Right.
comes to TikTok, right? When it comes to the shit of substance, other than that, like, yeah, dude, people really are making a lot of fucking money off some really stupid videos.
I got
And the people that enable them to watch that watch it.
I got banned for having a fucking a Trump video up there that was making fun of
Yeah.
Biden.
Yeah, I remember you tell me that.
Yeah. All I did was I was just laying on my couch and I put it in green screen and I was just laughing because they used a Trump video. I'll look for it sometime. I'll look for it. If I find it, I'll put it on here. But I used a Trump video. I'm sorry, it was a Biden video, and then they used a Saved by the Bell video, and they mashed them
Oh,
together, which was perfect, right?
funny. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll
Saved
take a
by the
look and
Bell
see
is
if I'll see
great.
if I can find it. Yeah, I mean it's on my TikTok, but
Yeah.
I got fucking banned for that shit, dude. I'm like,
Damn,
how the
bro.
hell am I gonna get banned for something that somebody else made and all I did was react to it?
Right? Wait a minute. Like,
I
how the
reacted
hell?
to it. I made a separate video within a video that I don't know what they call that. And but I made that video and I got fucking banned for it, dude. Oh, whoop, here it
Yeah.
is.
And there are many ways to define the leadership of our president, Joe Biden.
Dumb.
Stupid.
Crazy. Dangerous.
Stinks. In one word.
I was going to put him, excuse me.
I got banned for that.
That was great, dude. That was great. That was funny, bro. Saved by the Bell's funny, bro. That was
I
funny.
got banned for that. I got a message on there saying that I'm banned for a week. That I cannot post any content. I can watch content, but I can't post any content for a fucking week. I appealed it. I did everything I can, and I'm like, okay, so it's okay for some chick to lay there, with her ass sticking out all over the place and having like nothing left for the imagination, but I can't post something like this.
That's fucking censorship to like the highest degree, dog.
And that is my problem with
Yeah.
TikTok.
100%.
You know,
Yeah, and it's a lot of platforms, man. But a lot of platforms will at least like stop that kind of very obscene content. I've never seen shit like that on any other platform. That sounds very intense, and honestly, that's one of the biggest reasons why I just never got into TikTok at all. Period. I have one, I just don't use it.
I
I just
post
don't
stuff.
use
I
it.
post stuff on TikTok just to get my name known out there. I post
Yeah.
stuff on TikTok, from
I don't want none of
my
those
personal
motherfuckers to know
channels.
my name. Fucking
Yeah.
nasty cabrones, man.
I,
Pinches cochinos.
I
Ugh.
mean,
Ugh.
it's kind of
I don't want
hard.
you to
It's
keep
kind of
my name
hard
out
when
your mouth. Ugh.
you got shit like that.
Yeah, I know. I get it. I get it. I get it. We got to be out there, bro.
So, but yeah, I mean, that's the thing, It's just, that's the only reason I don't give a shit about nothing else. That's what I use it for. To post
Yeah.
whatever content I want to post to. Did you hear that Instagram is giving people $50K to go from TikTok to them?
Oh wow, yeah. You know what? I believe it, and you want to know why I believe it? Because even a lot of these MAGA fucking Congress people, they voted to ban TikTok, but just months before the whole ban, or like not even months, like weeks, they purchased stock from Meta. They purchased Meta stock, and
That
then they
surprise me.
went and voted to ban TikTok. So and then now Meta is giving people money to come over to Meta, which will mean that Meta stocks will grow because the user base will grow because all those people are bringing all their followers.
Yeah,
And so therefore those Congress people are gonna make some money. I
yeah,
think that was horseshit and I fucking hate it.
yeah.
I hate it so bad.
That's
And why'd
why
you gotta go put us on blast like that at the fucking baseball game, dog? That's just telling you, bro. Telling you, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard to be us, man.
I mean,
It's hard to be.
I think those are two good-looking motherfuckers sitting right there. You know what I mean? Hey, that
Hell
I
yeah.
think is off of one of our very first videos. Look, I know we don't have a lot of videos out there, but bro, you look at that and the difference, what it is from that to what we're doing now. It's so much more clean, dude. You know
Yeah,
what I
we
mean?
come a long way.
I mean,
Even my camera looks cleaner.
Well, I mean, you still look like shit, but your camera looks cleaner. Yeah, that's all that matters, right? That's what it is. Don't look at me
I
like
thought
that.
that's what I literally just said. You don't have to reiterate that I look like shit. Like we all know that. We've had multiple podcasts out. Everyone knows I look like shit. I look like fucking Sleepy from the fucking Seven Dwarves, okay? I know. All right, I know.
Wow. Cool. Are you done with your rant? Are you
Yeah,
done?
I don't. If you consider it a rant, I mean, I was done when I'm done.
Okay. I just making sure you didn't want to continue on. You know what I mean? I mean, I know there's a lot. I know there's a lot to say, and there's a lot that we can talk about. Like we don't really rehearse all of any of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So maybe we should start rehearsing this so you can get all your anger out. I mean,
No,
unless
no, no.
we could play
That defeats the
psychologist right
purpose.
now. I mean, I could put
Yeah,
Dr. Mexi right above my head, and we can talk about your problems.
I would like that. I would like that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
let's talk about it. You got a couch? You go lay in your couch. We could do that right there. State your name for the camera.
My name is Edwin Mendoza.
Okay. Can you state your address and your social security number, birthday?
All right, listen, dude. I got emotional problems. I'm not a fucking retard. All right, there's a difference, bro. I don't know.
I
I don't know what
charge
kind of
I
witch
charge
doctor.
$300 an hour. Oh wait, I better not do that. Hold up. Oh, my bad. I didn't do that. I'll edit that out. Not allowed to do
Yeah,
that.
sure you are. I'll make sure you put that in there. People know you're a fraud and a
Yeah,
phony.
you're not supposed to do that no more, right? You're not allowed to. You're not allowed to show your love anymore. But
No, unless you're Elon, you know what I mean.
oh, I couldn't, dude. I'm telling you, I was watching the inauguration, and I watched Elon's speech, and as soon as I seen him do that, I said, "Honey, you gotta see this. You gotta see what I just seen." Oh man, it went fucking viral, bro.
Yeah, it went viral. Hell yeah, it went
Of
viral.
course it's gonna go viral, man.
It
Everybody.
was funny as shit. It was funny as
Oh, I
shit.
could not believe that he did that, dude.
His
But
handlers are gonna give him shit.
I don't. He don't give a fuck, bro.
I know. I'm
He
fucking
don't. He
with him.
don't. He don't care anymore than me and you give a shit. You know what I mean? He don't care. You know.
No, it's a joke because there's an ongoing joke that Israel, right, controls him. That he's like, or that he's bought out in a certain way where like he can do whatever he wants unless it comes to Israel. Then at that point there are certain rules he has to play by, and so that's what the joke is. So when he did that, people were like, "Oh damn, he's biting the hand that feeds. He's sticking it to the man."
Does he wipe his hand
Uh,
with that hand? That's the question you got right there.
You know what? Probably because if that's the hand that was feeding me, if I was feeding you, I'd probably feed you with that hand too.
Hey,
You
you
know?
know what? You know what he's saying, right? I love you, but eat shit. I love you. Eat
Oh,
shit.
you know what?
Shit.
Maybe, maybe not. I mean, he was talking to the people in the crowd. You know, he was giving a speech, and he was giving. He sees my heart goes out to you, right? Like,
But
and
eat
like
shit.
that was. So yeah, he's telling somebody to eat shit. Probably not the crowd, but
Yeah.
somebody's gonna eat shit with that comment.
What What do you think? What do you think Barron said to Joe Biden?
Oh, You Missed was a good one. You Missed was a good one, but
Like that?
I think he gave him a promise. I think he said, "You're next.
No. What my
You're
wife
next."
thinks. Because
Just 2 words. You're next.
you seen that look on Biden's face right afterwards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, he said something to Kamala. He wasn't looking at Biden when he said it, but Biden heard it, and Biden was shocked about what he heard.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Unless Biden just
Well,
had a stupid face on.
he also said something to his mom too. Like if you really watch that video, after he went over there and he shook Biden's hand and he said something,
Yeah,
he walked right over there,
yeah,
said
yeah,
something to his mom, and it's almost like his mom said, "Did you do it?" And he said, "Yeah," and he looked right back.
yeah, yeah. No, I thought maybe she was like, "Oh, is everything okay?"
Yeah.
Just checking in on him. She's like, "Oh yes, mother, everything is fine." And then
Whatever it
puts
is,
his
there's going to
hand.
be a lot of rumors around about it.
It's just like, well, of course, because it's fun. I mean,
Right.
like, especially with this shit, he's brand new to the line of politics in the sense that he's 18 now. He's in the limelight. He's doing shit like that, or like when people are cheering him on, he's like, "Oh, yeah, I can't." What was that? He was pulling a really like a Hulk Hogan right there,
Right.
And he's about the hype. He's about the hype. People love it. People want to see like disruptors, people that disrupt what the mainstream is. Like all of these career politicians that have been around for forever. They want to see new blood, and I think it gets people excited.
I think Barron's gonna be. I told my wife. I told my wife yesterday. I think it was. Yeah, yesterday, Monday, doesn't matter. I told my wife. I said, Barron's gonna be a force to reckon with one day, man. Tell you that right now. When he gets older, he's gonna be a force to reckon with.
Yep,
I know.
I agree with that.
They're already talking. They're already talking. Barron 2044. Hear about that one?
Wow. No.
I know, because
No.
I mean, you got to be 40 years old to be president, right?
Nope.
So, no. What's the age? I thought you had to be 40.
30, like 30 or 35.
I thought it was 40.
No, here. I'll Google it right here. Yeah, be a natural born citizen and be at least 35 years old. Have been a resident of the United States for 14 years.
14
35.
years?
Yeah, have to have at least lived here. You're like, if you could be a citizen because your parents were citizens, right? But you might be living somewhere else for most of your life. You
Mhm.
had to have at least lived in the United States for 14 years before you can announce your, your run for president.
Gotcha. Okay.
Till 35.
So 35. That's pretty young to be running a country.
Yeah, modern day young for sure. But back in the day, people normally didn't live in like past 50 something years old. So
Yeah.
35 was your peak.
Yeah. No. Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know. What else you got? Got anything?
No, bro. Nothing really. Just honestly, for us here at home, bro, just trying to work the day by day. We're making a lot of food from scratch, you know. And it requires a lot of prep time. Trying to manage the fucking food prices are so ridiculous. It's kind of stressful sometimes because of that shit.
There
So
are.
no, I don't.
Go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, I don't. I don't have a lot of. I don't have a lot of thought for many things. I'm on X a lot for the in between, play my games and shit. But when I'm actually adulting,
Hmm.
it's a lot of thought on food here recently.
Yeah.
Just making sure there's enough food, man. You know, kids liking to eat lots of seconds and thirds. So,
That yeah, I dealt with that. Thank God my kids are grown and gone. I don't have to worry about that no more.
yeah.
Now it's just me and her. We eat a lot though. Clearly. So hey, it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
So dealing with the whole TikTok ban, I did put something on here about
That's funny.
the Trump people. Yeah. All of a sudden, all these people, that hated Trump, they're gonna love him now because they brought back TikTok. Of course, they're just gonna keep doing whatever they want to do, saying whatever they want to say because they think they think that they have to hate one man their whole life to live. Whatever, it don't matter. There's that. So this is. I wanted to talk to you about this. On what you think about this because I know me and you got into this conversation about where was it? There was a conversation me and you kind of got into about what I think it's this post right here. This one right
The
here.
content creators. Yeah.
The most content creators are losers. I'll put that post up here. But I mean, I felt like you disagreed with me on that one. On that, did you? I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell what your comment meant.
Yeah. So you were saying that. So how does it feel to be a loser? I'm like, no,
Well,
I don't.
that part was a joke. You know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
I didn't agree with what this guy said. You know what I mean?
Well, I agreed with him on the content on the aspect of what we were talking about earlier. The type of content that people are putting out there, like people going out there doing pranks on people or hitting people. Right? When I see this is what I think about. right? Not that generically, like this, like contents like podcasting and stuff. To me, that doesn't fall under, it's things that are on TikTok specifically. We're not TikTok content creators in the sense to like that's where we're primarily found. Yes, we upload things onto TikTok, but from what I was understanding here, what I was talking about with him is that there most of the people that are on TikTok are posting a lot of bullshit up and crying because they don't get to get paid for it anymore, right? And it's the most of that bullshit content that we were talking about earlier. In my perspective, right? He might have other content that he's talking about, right? When I see this post, I think about that kind of bullshit content, like the fucking women shaking their asses and all the pornographic content, all the fucking content where people are um, pushing people in front of trains for fucking clicks and views. You know, that kind of obscene bullshit. That's what I mean here.
Yeah.
These people are losers with no lives, and they're using the expense of others for their pay, and now they're crying because they don't get to terrorize other people on their videos for money. And that's what I kind of was agreeing with this specifically, if because I wasn't
Yeah,
specific on my
see,
post.
I took it off. I took it as content creators. I didn't take it off. I didn't take it as one specific platform because content
Yeah.
creators are all over the place. You know, whether it's Twitch, Instagram, YouTube,
Yep.
Kick,
Yep.
those are
Yeah,
all
and even
content
if
creators.
we,
And to
even if we go across all that, yeah, that
to
makes sense.
hear, and that's the thing is that's why I said you can't just base it off of TikTok, even though he does mention TikTok in there. You can't just base it off of TikTok as far as the content creation and what you're talking about these people doing these certain things, the ass shake and everything else, because it's all over the place. It literally is all
Yeah,
over the place.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
but
yeah.
as
And specifically, he was talking about the people crying that it's gone.
right,
That they, and so I mean, I know it was towards the end. It's almost like a backwards post because it made it generic at the top and then was specific at the bottom, right? So I do get that. Um, so
I
I
think
can't.
as a content creator, somebody going on saying content creators are losers. I think the reason I didn't agree with that and the reason why I took it a little bit personal is because I am a content creator.
Mm-hmm.
You are a content creator. Okay.
Yep.
All the people that me and you know on the Twitch side or the YouTube side or like the podcast you were on, those are content creators. And if you want to specifically mention TikTok, then you're also calling me a loser at the same time. So I think when he says something like this, he needs to make it a little bit more specific than sitting there saying content creators.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I think that's why I took that kind of like, what the fuck, bro? You know, like Mendoza,
Yeah.
how's it feel to be a loser? You know,
Yeah.
I don't like posts like that. You know, I mean, I'm not gonna fight and argue with you about it. You know, because it's not your post. You know what I'm saying? But
And I shared it, and I agreed to it to an extent.
and right, and that's
You
why
know.
that's why I said what I said.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's that's one of that's one of those things that me and you can talk, and it's not like I could say, well, you know, fuck you, Mendoza, I'm done. You know, I mean, it's because you can't take it that personal. But if
Yeah.
you go at content creators, you got to make sure that you're going at all the content creators. You can't just go specifically at one because I don't want to say every single person. The majority of content creators on every platform are on every platform
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they got
And
to
even
get
if
their
we were
words
to go
out there.
generic on that route, right? If we were to go generic, right? What's the fact that most people, right? And yeah, I guess when you asked me how does it feel to be a loser, and I stopped to think about it, right? Because even though you might have said it as a joke,
Mm,
right? When I stop and I think about it, I was like, you know what? When I'm trying to create content to put it on, on the internet, and I'm looking desperately to get attention that way, it almost does make me feel like a loser a little bit. But when I'm making content to get attention in that way, right? When we make content here, we do it for us, right? We do it for us. We throw it out there, and whoever watches watches. Like we knew that from the beginning going in.
right.
People that so desperately go and make themselves look like fools on the internet for the sakes of views and shit, I could say they're losers.
Right.
I could say that that kind of content creating is losers. It's very generic. But even if I was to go on a generic basis, even though I don't like this type of content specifically, when I was talking about people, going around punching people for views or all that fucking obscenities, yeah, there are other types of people on a different level that are making really dumb content.
Right.
And in a sense, they're all losers. But in a sense, they're all winners because a lot of them are making a lot of fucking money. So, who's really the loser and the winner?
That's
You
the
know what
thing
I'm
though.
saying?
Is that who's to say what's good content and what's bad content? Like, okay, so like
Uh,
me and you go around and we
it's
say,
all
okay,
it's all objective. Yeah, yeah.
right.
No
So
one's
me
no,
and you
there's
go
no
around say
one.
ass shaking and punching people in the fucking face and doing all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff. We say to us that's piss poor bullshit. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? That is not
yep,
creativity. That's just, your skillless objective. Okay, the only thing I have is I have an ass that I can shake and that's it.
yeah.
To me, that's not creation. That's just something that you're using to get whatever. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? But to to uh to say that most or even all content creators are losers because of what you're watching on certain platforms kind of throws it into everybody else. Everybody else is. I'm not creating this content. Like you said, you're creating this for us, and I agree with you, but I'm also creating this for the people that actually enjoy this, for the
Yeah,
people that don't want this to stop.
yeah. But there's no desperation there. Like for
There's
example, in the
none.
post,
No, there's none.
right? In the
There's none.
post, right? Like these people that show these things have no real world skills. All they have is their social media and what they're able to put out,
Mm,
right? And that's it. That's all they have to offer to the world. Period. 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 Bro, you don't have. That's not all you have to offer the world. You have an actual job. You content create for fun,
mm-hmm.
not for the only form of income that you because you so desperately want this to be your only stream of income. You know what I'm saying? Like there are people who are desperately so wanting social media to be their only stream of income. And you know what? Some make it and some don't. It's like the rap game when music. You sometimes you got the skill, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you get it, you are able to catch the attention of a specific audience, and that's able to get you started. So be it. To me, society or the way that our world is ran is only going to change when the content that is being created starts to change. When it starts becoming more content that is going to edify and build people up, as opposed to just dumb people down and get people to just passively waste time. You know what I'm saying? That to me, that's what I'm talking about. Personally, it's stupid content. A bunch of losers just trying to get other losers to waste time and get them to pay for their loser content.
Right.
That's where I'm coming from where I see the homies post. I
Yeah.
I could I could apply a lot of that shit to myself because I have been out there. I have made some really stupid content just for clicks and views because it was fun, right? Is it something that I would say would I do this all the time as far as like as like a day job? Hell the fuck no. That's exhausting as shit.
Right.
Like that's not really me, being that stupid all the time. Will I do some stupid shit and put it on the internet? Hell yeah, because it's fun as fuck. But
Right.
to have that be the only way that I'm going to make like a living, like you're a loser. You offer nothing to society. And that's a fact. That is a fact. If that's the only thing you have to offer to society, right? You're a loser. Period. Content creating is fun. There are a lot of great content creators. Not everybody. It says most, literally most. Most. Yeah, if that's the type of content creator, I would apply you to the most if that's the type of content creating that you're making. You can hate me, you can love me, you can applaud me. I give two shits. You can fucking make the cricket sound go off right now. I give two shits. That's where I stand. That's why I posted that because he's right. A lot of this shit on the internet is dumbing down society, and it's because of fucking content creators that are losers that have no life, and they're putting shit up on the internet to have other losers that have no life waste time with their life as well. I like talking about shit that matters. So when we're talking about our content, hell yeah, no, I don't think our content is dumb and trash, right? Do we have, a big platform? We don't need one. The point is that what we're uploading for on the internet to potentially be fucking ever, right? It's not a waste of people's time.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Comedy is not a waste of people's time. So I don't think comedy falls under that. So as long as you're goddamn funny, You know what I'm saying? Like people try hard because they want to be part of that crowd and try to grab some of that attention. It just doesn't work. Know your crowd, know your skills, XYZ. You know what I'm saying? And there are crowds that get picked up by stupid content. It exists. There's a bunch of people out there. I feel that like Mr. Beast, a lot of the shit that he put out there, in my opinion, is stupid content.
Right.
But he made a lot of stupid money, right? With this stupid content. So by all
Man.
means, I can't trash talk it, nor do I want to. But what I'm saying is that there's too much of it. There's
Right.
too much of it. Mr. Beast is like an anomaly, right? But now everybody wants to be like Mr. Beast, and it's so saturated with that like dumb, mindless kind of content.
People have
I
forgotten.
digress.
People have forgotten how to make their own. Everybody's too busy
Yeah,
going out there
a
copying.
lot of recycled content. Yup.
It's the same thing like you can use like games, for instance, like like we've talked about before. Like if you play matter of fact, I think there was a question in here about that. I'd have to look for it, but I think there was a question that I actually seen in here by a fellow streamer of ours. I don't know if you know him or not. His name is 23 Oceans. Really
Okay.
good buddy of mine. He's he lives over in Guam, and he's trying to grow his channel just like we're trying to grow our channels and everything else. You know what I'm saying? So, and he posts stuff all over Twitter. He posts stuff all over YouTube, Twitch, so on and so forth. He keeps in contact with me, lets me know how him and his new child is doing, so on and so forth. Anyways, doesn't matter. That's irrelevant. But he asked a question. Would you play a game if you do not enjoy that game so that you can get the viewage? Or would you play a game that you enjoy and don't give a shit about the viewage? What would you rather do? Would you rather play a game you don't enjoy just to get the clout out there? Or would you not? Would you rather play a game that's fun to you?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And I answered the question to him. I said, I don't give a shit about the clout. I play what I want to play when I want to play. I am a horror streamer. I love horror games. That's what I do. Okay.
Yeah.
I fell into the whole Rocket League thing, and the gun shooting thing. And I started streaming all that, and I enjoy playing those games with my peeps. Right.
Yeah.
But I don't enjoy streaming that kind of stuff because it's a personal choice, because I enjoy showing off my horror, what I enjoy, watching a game that could scare the shit out of me. I enjoy making a fool of myself, getting jump scared like that. That's what I enjoy. In a shooting game, there's so many shooting games out there. I really don't enjoy. I enjoy playing the hell out of them. I enjoy playing the hell out of Rocket League, but I fell into that where I started streaming all those extra games, and I'm just like, I'm not having fun. Because sometimes when you're playing the shooter games, you want to focus on you and you want to focus on your buddies and all that kind of stuff. You don't really want to focus on the chat too much. You get what I'm saying? But in a horror game, I can focus just a little bit on the chat, and then people will go in there and they will scare the shit out of me with some of the shit that I have. You know what I'm saying? And that is what I enjoy. I enjoy that interaction compared to the interaction of other games. And that's what it's supposed to be about. And I told him that. I said, that's what it's supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about you having fun. And if you're just in there playing a game to get the viewage, then that just means that those people are in there for the game. They're not in there for you. Right. They are in there for the game. Like I know a streamer right now that streams nothing but DBD. Nothing but DBD. Because he knows that if he plays anything else, he won't get the same viewage that he has now or did have, or whatever the case may be.
Because he's built a community around that, people that want to play with him, play
Because DBD is one of those top tier games that everybody enjoys. Why, I don't know, but everybody enjoys watching DBD, and which is fine. I got no issues with people that want to watch that shit. It does not bother me one bit. What bothers me is somebody building a community around a game and not building a community around
the people.
Correct.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's so.
Yeah, it makes it hard to be part of that community because you're only around when you want to play that game, and I feel that. which is why I think that when I started streaming, and it was always about putting on a show,
Mm-hmm.
right? It was
Right.
always about being entertaining, about being able to have people that are watching a way to engage, interact, and like feel that like a little bit of nuance, a little bit of like things that are new, constantly things that are new. And when there's constantly things that are new, it really gets people's attention because things that are new, people are always looking for things that are new in their brain,
Mm-hmm.
and that's recently something I learned. But I naturally always want to be able to put on a show when it comes to like streaming, or I've always enjoyed the theater and shit like that. Being able to entertain and so forth, and be able to engage with the people. So yeah, I definitely agree with you on that level.
I enjoy the
Where
shit. I enjoy that shit out of that engagement, But if all we're talking about is the game, then I don't believe. To me, that is not engagement. That is not trying to get you to know your streamer, or trying to get you to know your viewer, or try to get you to know your supporter. Because all we're doing is we're going in there talking about the game. Like, hey, what's your settings for this, or hey, why don't you do this, or hey, why don't you do that? Okay, I'm glad to give you what I've learned in the game, but you want to come in here, you want to talk about the game. I'm happy for that. I will have this conversation with you, but it's not a conversation I enjoy having.
right.
I want to have a friendly conversation. How was your day? What's your weather like? What's new in your life? If you don't want to, you don't have to give out completely personal information.
What's your social security number and your address? He said.
You never gave it to me.
Yeah, because I'm not stupid.
I mean, I gave you my address.
Yeah. But you didn't do it on the podcast. You dingbat.
I could simply just edit it out. Go ahead.
I'm sure you could. I'm sure you could. It's an edit at the end with my address all up there, fucking just doxing me. God damn it.
I could
Oh
put little
no.
secret notes like okay, here's this one here. Here's another one here. Okay, you're gonna have to watch the whole podcast just so you can find out Mendoza's
Oh,
address.
just
Because
have it pop up
I'm gonna
randomly.
put a letter here and there. Pay attention to the letters, peeps.
Now
But
piece it together like a puzzle.
yeah. So I
I
mean
like that.
that's how it is. I like that post. I'll put that post in there. I'll tag you in that post. I'll let you give your opinion in there.
Yeah.
I don't. I've
Yeah,
I
definitely tag
if
me
I
more
lose
often on
if
some of those posts.
yeah, if I lose people because of it, then so be it. But if you're in my streams for my game that I'm playing, then I'm not the person.
Yeah.
I want engagement. I want to talk to you. I want to get to know you. I want you to get to know me. Why do I constantly wear a fuck around and find out hat? I'll tell you why I constantly wear it. You know what I'm saying? Just little tiny questions like that. Kind of like, podcast. People are getting to know us through the podcast.
Yeah.
And if you're in here for, if you're in the podcast, then you're here for us because you want to know about us and what we talked about today.
I would think so, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, because there's nothing else in the background.
You know what? Why the fuck are you here? I want to know.
Yeah. What are you doing here? We're not playing nothing today.
Yeah, we're talking to you, viewer.
Why aren't
Yeah,
you
that's right,
commenting?
you.
Why don't you
Yeah.
say something in the comments?
Say something. We do this to have a conversation. Don't you care?
Yeah.
You know what? I don't care if you care. Leave a comment.
Yeah.
Don't leave a comment. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Tell us why you don't care tell us why we don't care that you don't care so we don't have to care.
Oh, you know what? This is a good thing. How about this? Comment this. Roast me. Roast me in the comments. Say, you know
Oh,
what?
that's
We've
too
been roasting each other. I think it'd be great. It gives people an incentive to roast, and I can take it. It's fun. Roasting is fun. Don't you
and
think roasting is fun?
yeah, we can I'm just not very good at it because I've been so
Oh,
I've been so mellow over the last 20 years. I've gotten so mellow over the last 20 years that I can't think of really good roast anymore.
it's hard to be an asshole, huh?
And I told my wife that when we were watching the podcast, we were watching last week's podcast, and I told my wife, so a lot of people have mentioned to me before that Mendoza is like all out there, and it's great. He's all out there, and then me, I'm just calm. I'm just as
You're the
calm.
OG, bro. 'Cause you're the old guy,
I'm just
dog.
calm. And I think
Yeah.
I think a couple buddies actually mentioned that before. Like anytime we're hanging out, you can one's extremely funny, making noises. The other one's cracking a bunch of jokes, and Mexi's just, you know what I mean? Just calm. And
Yeah, bro. We're a balance switcher. We're like yin yang over here. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
I have my days when I get truly excited, you know. But it's
You know, our first season, I tried smoking a lot of weed to make sure that I wasn't just overbearing. You know, I was trying to be like a little bit calmer, but you know, like times are tough. I don't have as much weed, so like I'm a little bit more out there than I used to be.
and that's okay. That's okay.
My eyes are more open.
So apparently he's trying to he's trying to make it a federal law to legalize weed.
That would
Federal
be great.
instead of
Yeah,
just state. And
yeah, that'd be great.
apparently he's trying to do that. Which I mean, I don't smoke. I haven't smoked in years, but don't think I wouldn't if it became federal. Because once it becomes federal, then there's nothing my job can do about it.
Right, like it can't be held against a lot of the,
Right.
and that's a lot of reason why a lot of people just simply don't smoke because
Right.
they don't want, you know, to.
Well, with my
Annoying.
job, with my job, they're not really forcing it right now. Like as in, like they're not telling people, hey, you need to go take a piss test here. You need to go take a piss test there. But I've also told people that just because they're not really forcing it right now does not mean that when it comes time, if you get hurt, if you damage a piece of equipment or something like that,
Oh
you
yeah,
will get fired for it, whether you like it or not.
yeah.
Yeah,
It,
that's just the
if
way it
there's an
works.
accident at work, they will always
Yeah.
drug test you, and it will
Well,
always be used
workers'
against.
comp will not pay for your injury if you failed, if you tested dirty. They
Right.
will not pay for that. Workers' comp. That's one thing. That's all around the world. Workers' comp will not pay for that shit. You know.
In California, marijuana won't be used against you though. In California,
Oh
in
yeah.
workers' comp. Yep.
See, in Illinois, it will. It's
That's
legal in
state
Illinois,
law.
but it'll still be used against you.
Yeah, no, that's state law, and they can't use it against you to not give you a job either.
Well, that I understand, but they can't use it against you if you get hurt at work, bro.
No, because they can't prove that you were under the influence at the moment.
Sure, they can. How can they not?
No, they can't prove that you're under the influence right there because marijuana stays in your system for 30 days. You could have smoked the day before and then you had an accident the day after. They can't say that it was because of the bud if you had.
Oh, they have tests out there, bro, where all they got to do is pluck and they can tell you the last time that you actually smoked.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, okay.
If they could do that and that's the case, then so be it.
Well, over in Australia in the coal mines, coal mining, you are not allowed to do any of that kind of stuff. But if you go to Australia and you work in the coal mines out there, they give you a 10-hour window before you come back to work to be able to do whatever you want, to smoke or whatever. You know, well, you can't do hard drugs, but to smoke, if you want to smoke weed or whatever, they give you a 10-hour window. So if you go into work and an hour later you got hurt, and you, they will pluck a hair from you, and if you tested, they will go all the way back, and if you tested positive that you smoked within 10 hours of your shift, you know, then you will be fired.
That's pretty crazy, dude. That's
you know
cool.
What I mean?
That's
because
cool.
That I agree with. I mean, I wish all jobs would do something like that because
it's more accurate.
Correct. I've never agreed with. I talked with my brother-in-law about this yesterday. I don't agree with the fact that you can go out of work. You could step into your car, and granted, you're not supposed to do it, but still, you could step into your car, you could chug a beer, you can go home, chug a beer, get drunk as fuck, and go to work the next day. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. That's okay, but you can't get out of work, go home, smoke a joint, go to work the next day. You get piss test, you're fired.
Right.
What's the difference between weed and alcohol? You know, which one's killed more people? You know
Alcohol.
What I mean? Right. But it's legal.
Right. I mean, it was illegal, and then it became legal. I mean, same thing's gonna happen to marijuana. I mean, we remember the Prohibition era, right?
I get it, but what are they enforcing the most? You know what I mean? If okay, let's say they get that test out there where they pluck your hair. I can't pluck my hair up here, but they pluck your hair, right? And they say, oh well, you know, we looked at your hair sample and you smoked weed 8 hours ago. Oh hey, look, You're fired. Oh, hey, look, you just got done. You had your last beer 4 hours before coming to work. Don't worry about it. You're good. That's not right.
Yeah.
Alcohol's not out
Yeah.
of your alcohol's not out of your system just because you go to sleep for 4 hours.
Right.
I've never agreed with it. So if
Yeah, no, that's a
California
good point.
if California has that law, then so be it. But there are ways of being able to tell when the last time you put a joint to your mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, I
think
could be wrong. It could be just the hiring part, and maybe it's true still for workers' comp, but maybe I was just thinking about the hiring part.
maybe I don't know. My job still they piss test you before they hire you.
Yeah.
So if you
Yeah, well, they do here too, but they don't check for marijuana in many
Oh, okay.
cases because it's against the state law to
I
use it
guess
against you.
I don't know how those tests work. I don't know how they could tell. I guess it's almost like how potent it is in your system at the time. Maybe. Yeah, I don't. I'll have to look at. I can get back to you on that one. But there's something inside those tests that could tell when was the last time.
Yep.
Well, it's like that no matter what. If you were to get a drug test from, if you're on probation, for
Yeah.
instance, the same thing. If it's in your system, you say that it lasts in your system for 30 days, but that's not true. It all depends on how much you smoke. If you go right now and you smoke yourself a bowl, within less than 30 days, it's gonna be out of your system. As long as you don't smoke nothing afterwards, and as long as you don't smoke it every single day. Somebody like me who doesn't smoke at all, if I smoke a bowl, it's not gonna be in my system 30 days from now.
Yeah, so with the way that works is that they check you, right? And then they check you again like a week after or however many days after, and they see that those levels continuously drop.
Okay.
So if it's been 30 days, they can still see that there's some in your system, but they'll see that it's really like trace amounts.
Right.
Not that like not so they'll still be able to trace that you have smoked. They'll still be able to prove that you have smoked if within 30 days, but they'll be able to see that there's only trace amounts,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I think that's where that comes in.
Maybe
when
that's
that
how they do it.
takes out.
I know in doctors' offices they definitely can do that because I used to scare me shitless when I smoked. Is go to a
Yeah.
doctor, especially when I went to a doctor around my parents. If I haven't smoked in a couple weeks, something like that. When I was playing football, I didn't smoke
Yeah.
the whole time I played football. But if
Yeah.
I smoked and I had to go to a doctor, I always scared the shit out of me. That doctor was going to pluck a hair and said to say, "Well, your son smoked 4 months ago."
Yeah, no, they had the most drug tests are actually quite expensive.
Yeah,
So that's why employers normally don't like to do them.
they use those stupid cups.
Yeah, but either way, like it's just just the test itself can be kind of pricey.
Mhm.
But nonetheless, yeah, doctors because they're so pricey, doctors won't do a drug test for fun. Like it has to be covered by the insurance. Someone's got to pay for it.
I got you. I got
Yeah,
you.
so don't be afraid. Don't be afraid you'll get randomly drug tested unless you're in Texas. If you're in Texas and you're a pregnant woman and you're giving birth, I believe they do check your blood for drugs, like without your consent. They just do it. So
And what do they do if they find out you have drugs in your system?
and you're having a baby, they'll probably call CPS and take your baby from you.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you shouldn't be doing drugs anyways.
But that's the point, which is why they check. I mean,
Yeah.
but even marijuana, if you've been doing marijuana, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's controversial. Some people will say, "Oh, you shouldn't be doing marijuana while you're pregnant, but like that's that's completely a controversial topic for people to discuss. I mean, women are the ones that are having the babies. They can, either say, "Oh yeah, I smoked or didn't smoke," and you can kind of compare your kids. But I mean, if it's illegal, because I mean, the reason why marijuana is illegal, right?
Do I know the reason?
Yeah.
I never looked into it that far.
Yeah, the reason that hemp and marijuana became illegal, specifically hemp as well, is because of paper, right? They didn't want the product to be grown because if it can be grown, it could be utilized and repurposed in many products, and it
Oh,
was
that
many
don't
times
surprise me.
more.
That don't surprise me.
So there was like lobbying that was done to make the plant illegal, and so they made both hemp and marijuana illegal, right? Even though they're not the same plant, but they made them both illegal.
and then the pharmaceutical industry lobbied to get the marijuana plant,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
That don't
turned
surprise
illegal.
me. That don't
Yep, yep.
surprise me a bit. Anything to sit there and make a little bit of dollar in your home for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That don't surprise me a bit. Obviously, you've seen this bullshit, didn't you?
No, not really. Let's get this right. You just had the biggest quarterly in history, 18.9 million more subscribers, mainly
Yeah.
because of WWE, and the way you pay us back is making you money to raise the fucking prices again.
Netflix
Damn.
raised their fucking prices again, bro. Again. Fucking again,
Wild.
dude. So it went okay. So the premium the premium was $22.99. It went up to $24.99. The standard went from $15.49 to $17.99, and then the one with ads went from $6.99 to $7.99.
Yep.
One day after, I went back to Netflix because I watch wrestling. So wrestling, like the Monday Night Raw that they have, is on Netflix now. You can't watch it anywhere else unless you bootleg it. Okay, so I went back to Netflix. I was paying for the premium for me and another person, and then we decided to go a different route because whatever. And then so I went back to it just so I can watch my wrestling on Mondays. And then there's certain shows that we watch, and I don't like ads, but I suck it up because I'm not paying the big deal. And then all of a sudden we get this right here yesterday saying that they're raising their prices again. Netflix just had 18.9 million new subscribers in 2025. One reason because of wrestling. Number two, I think, is because they're having live events now, football wise.
Yeah.
So they're starting to do a lot of extra stuff, on their platform. But the fact is, they just had the biggest quarter they've ever had in history, and they raised their prices.
Yeah, because they're offering new content. That's the only reason I could see it as a justification if I want to be on the other side, like a little devil's advocate.
Greedy, bro. It's greedy. It's fucking greedy.
It's value. They're adding value.
Who?
It's greedy. Well,
You
I say
have
they're adding
Netflix?
value, but I do have Netflix. Yep. Nah, I'm not paying for it. My grandmother's paying for it. But if it was up to me, I wouldn't be paying for Netflix. Fuck Netflix. I boycotted Netflix.
They don't have anything. They don't have anything new on there, man. It's always the old shit. They come out with something new every once a month.
I'm saying like their new content is like the fact that they have live events now.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying.
But because of those new content and new live events, that's why they got their 19 million new subscribers, is because of that one specific thing. And that's why I said you're going to reward them by saying, okay, hey, come to Netflix. Come
they're
our
new
way.
subscribers. They're barely.
Come our way. We're going to raise the price on you.
If they're new subscribers, they barely even knew what the old price was like. That means they didn't pay for it before.
Wow.
That means they haven't been paying the previous price for that long before they felt the change. So those new subscribers aren't really going to complain that much. Personally, the ones that are going to feel it and complain more are the ones that have been staying with Netflix for a long time now. They are the ones that are really feeling it, right? Because now they're like, well, now I got to increase my budget for this instead of that, So yeah, no, personally, if it was up to me, I wouldn't have Netflix. My grandmother pays for it because she's an old lady. All she has is her TV. So she likes a variety,
I just wish I wish they had like deals like Peacock and Hulu that all of them have. Like I pay for them for a year. Netflix don't have that option. I don't. I seen a funny post on here where Arizona tea. You know Arizona tea, don't you? You ever drink Arizona tea?
Yep.
Here, I'll find it right here. It is right here. I seen this Arizona tea post on Netflix. Simply right here, it said Arizona tea is still 99 cents.
Bro, up for so long and we still 99 cents. What the fuck is your excuse? Oh my god.
So I remember watching an interview with Arizona Tea, and they asked the owner, "Are you ever going to raise your price?" And he said, "No."
No.
Why would I need to raise my price when I'm making just as much money as they are by keeping my price exactly the same? So I'm not going to do that to my consumers. I'm here so that the people that enjoy Arizona tea can continue drinking it. If I overprice it, they'll stop drinking it because they can't afford it no more.
Right.
If I keep raising the prices. So when I watched that interview, I was like, man, this guy knows what the fuck he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? He's not all about the damn money. That's a good company. That makes me want to drink more green tea. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go get me one right fucking
I'm
now.
about to go get me some after this podcast too, just because you said that. Hell
Yeah.
fucking yeah. Shout out to Arizona Iced Tea.
Fucking
Drink more
right.
Arizona Iced Tea. Let's fucking go for their 99-cent drink. Still 99 cents. Still, he should have capitalized still on that bitch.
And that right there is going to be sent over to Arizona Tea. Yeah,
Sponsor us.
Yeah, there you
Or-
go. Sponsor us
sponsor
for 99 cents. Just sponsor us for 99 cents. We're good. Don't give
Yeah.
a shit. Yeah, I mean, I had to follow them for that. I did.
Look, if they gave us 99 cents per podcast, bro, I would be happy.
If they gave me 99 cents per podcast, I'd be doing a podcast every fucking day.
You see what I'm saying? I would be too. Hey, sponsored by Arizona Iced Tea. Drink Arizona Iced Tea.
I'll put it right up there.
Only 99 cents since 1992.
I'll be
Since
drinking. I'll be doing this.
1992.
Arizona Tea.
Yep.
99 cents.
99 cents still. It's on the bottle. It's still on the bottle. 99 cents.
And you can find it even cheaper than that. Some companies sell it for like 69 cents, 79 cents.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They do because
like
they
right
probably
there.
ended up getting a good deal in bulk, and then they were able to drop the prices in store.
Right there, it says quenching your thirst since 1992 for 99 cents.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they there it is.
What did it say? Wait, go up.
That one?
That one. If you're seeing this, you need to get hard ASAP. What?
It's hard tea, man.
It's hard tea. No, mom miss.
It's hard tea. It says right there. Oh no, I didn't want to play that. It says right there somewhere. It says hard tea.
Yeah, I see it now. That's so funny. I'm rolling, dog. You gotta get hard.
Arizona
38
tea.
cents each. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna clip that out right there that you just did. I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna tag Arizona Tea in that shit. And hell yeah, I'll take a sponsor from Arizona Tea in a heartbeat. I'm trying to get sponsored from Steel Series. I really am. And they mentioned something about that before on their Twitter feed about sponsorships and would you what equipment would you use? And I'm like, fuck, I'll use the shit out of Steel Series. You sponsor me, fucking let's do it.
Let's go, dude.
I use Steel Series anyways, man. I got the headphones. I got 2 sets of headphones. I got the fucking mouse, keyboards, you name it. I use it all. I got the little big old mouse pad sitting right over here. Fucking Steel Series,
you
man.
see what I'm saying? We gotta reach out to one of these.
Sponsor. I'll take a fucking sponsor. That was not an ad.
Dude, I will honestly, I will daily, I will post, I will make a fucking podcast daily, and they're not gonna be as long. I swear they'll be like 30 minutes long, 30 to 45 minutes long.
I mean, I'm down to do 2 podcasts a week if we keep them short, because like right now we keep them 2 hours, and sometimes that's a lot to edit.
So if we do that, bro, if we do that, we should definitely come in mind with a couple of things we're gonna talk about for a bit.
If we go in here and we
And
do
wrap
a podcast 2 times a week, we need to make it for 1 hour long, so I could turn it down to about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
40 minutes to a half an hour. I don't care if we just go in there and say, hey, look at these videos that we found, because I'm looking at videos constantly now and bookmarking them. Like we came in today, which I'm gonna edit this part out right here. But like we came in today, not even know what to talk about. We just had a little stint about 10, 15 minutes ago. Like, okay, what the hell are we gonna talk about now? You know what I'm saying? Because we just did this last week. When we go a month at a time, we know we have something to talk about.
Yeah,
So I mean, if you want to do this 2 days, if you want to do this twice a week, you're gonna have to tell me when to do it so I can have time for that. But see, like I get home at midnight on my work weeks, but I think my schedule is getting ready to change. So I might be able to do this like on a Saturday or a Sunday or something like that because with me and you, it's going to take about an hour and a half at least. You know what I'm saying? But if we can figure out something to cut it down, just me and you hanging out like at the beginning and the end, it's going to take about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Total, but just do the podcast. If we can get the podcast at like an hour or even a half an hour, you know what I'm saying? Then we need to have something in there to edit out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The last one I think I took about 25 minutes out of the last one. I don't know if you noticed or not, but I did. I took a lot of it
Yeah,
out.
yeah. It sounds about right, and that's good. Like we're just enough on there to be able to say, oh, we can remove that, we can keep that, just enough to be able to work with. I think that on one day we could like just do a few videos back and forth, shoot the shit with videos, and kind of discuss whatever videos we find interesting. And I think a couple of articles would be fun, just like going over a couple of articles, like, hey, well, like this is hot in the news right now. Did you hear about this shit?
Right.
And then kind of talking about that. I think that would be pretty good. Like kind of each person finds a news article that we read that was interesting or whatever. We talk about it.
Even if we just do it on Wednesday and we just kind of like split it in half.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
we could
saying
do
like,
that.
okay, so here we are, Mendoza. We're at the hour mark. We stop here. You know, all right, let's go on to another segment and we'll do another segment. And that way we can split it off in half and we can do it two different ways. You know, saying, we could put, 2 videos out a month or a week, you know what I'm saying? Like put one out on Monday, put one out on Thursday, or whatever the case may be. The only issue I would have in there is I would have to have help editing one of those videos. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have the time to edit 2 videos, you know what I'm saying, plus everything else that I got going on. Because when I edited this video, it's because I had to do it real in a hurry
Right.
because of that stream for tomorrow. But at the same time, I was also editing 2 other videos at the exact same time. You know, so
Yeah.
it's like I spent 10 hours just trying to edit our last podcast. You know, that's a long day for me. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Yeah.
You know, so let's try and work on it. Let's see what month are we in? We're in January, so we got one more week in January. So let's start it out. What do you think? February? You know, we start putting out 2 podcasts a week and see how fast we can
Yeah.
grow. You down with that?
Yeah.
I'll edit all
Yeah.
this shit out, obviously.
The algorithm will kick us up further if we add more videos for sure too.
So what I'll do is I'll say, okay, Edwin, this is where we're gonna stop. Right?
Yeah, and then we'll just edit through that.
We stop at one. We do a 2-hour podcast on Wednesday. We stop at 1 hour. Say, okay, Edwin, this is where I'm going to stop. And then at the end of it, you say, okay, do you want to edit the first hour, or do you want me to edit the first hour? And then we'll split that one up, and I'll just send you whichever hour in the drive, and then just do whatever you want to it. I'll do whatever I want to this one, and then we'll post one day, and you post one the other day.
Sounds good.
You want to do it that way?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try. We'll try and get this out there. And we got to figure out we got to figure out some kind of communication with us too. You know, unless we just have you figured out how to turn your Discord messages on?
Yep.
Have you?
Yep. Yeah, it's definitely shown at the bottom, which is why I've been a little bit more active on it.
Okay. That way we can figure out what we're talking. All I do is I go through videos all day long. You know, and when I'm watching videos, especially while I'm at work, I'll go watch videos and I'll bookmark them or I'll favorite them or whatever, you know, through my TikToks, through my Twitter, through my YouTubes. I'll do all that shit and I'll stick them all together and try to figure out what it is. I just didn't really have time to do all that today. And,
Sounds good.
show me a man lifting 1 pound. Oh, you might like this one. Want to check this one out?
Yeah. Crazy. Yeah. That was a pretty crazy one at the end.
I'll put
Gotcha.
that.
Didn't see that one coming.
Neither did I when I watched it. Neither did I. I actually enjoyed it. I sent that one to my wife because obviously my wife is a huge Christian.
Yeah.
And so, you got anything? You got anything you want to watch?
Not. No, I have some, but they're kind of deep topics. We'll get them on a different one.
Got a deep talking ones, okay.
Yeah. It's the controversial topics, man. It's gonna be a good one, man. I definitely think that we can definitely bring up a lot of how would you say, a lot of people that didn't think about a specific people or maybe even a country, right? A little bit differently, but we'll bring that up next time.
Yeah. Me and my wife talked about one of those certain topics today. Me and you actually had a little conversation about that. I think it was last week. Or
Yeah,
a few
maybe.
weeks ago or something like that. We had a pretty big conversation about it. So it's probably good. Probably good that we start them
Yeah,
shorter
I
ones
I,
next
ha-
week.
I have a bunch of bookmarks, so there's plenty.
Yeah.
There's plenty to go off of. But
I'll tell you
every
what.
week, man,
I'll
little by little.
I'll show you this last video, and then I'll give you my dad joke.
Do it.
Right here at the end, and then we'll go from there. So check this one out. Yep.
Yo. Ooh.
Wrong place
Damn.
at the wrong
Yeah.
time.
That timing was just unfortunate, bro.
That's
They normally got fences up at things like that, but that's crazy.
yeah, that's ow. Yeah.
You have a dad joke that goes with that?
I have a not that goes with that one. I have a really bad dad joke.
All right, tell me.
You ready for this one?
Yeah.
What do you call a pony with a sore throat?
Oh, a little horse.
Fuck! Damn it!
A little horse.
Fuck!
Since we're both a little horse today, right?
Yeah, yeah. This hasn't gone away, dude. Like I've had this since like December 23rd or whatever it was, and I've had this cough since.
Yeah.
I don't feel sick. I don't feel sick, but the cough won't go away. I constantly got that tickle back there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You
So,
just breathing in and shit. I could feel it too.
yeah. So.
Let's see if I can nail this dad joke before we go too. What did the Avengers wish they had against COVID?
What the Avengers wish they had?
Yeah, against COVID.
Oh God.
Who did they wish was on their side against COVID? I'll say like that.
I don't have any idea.
They fought somebody in their movies, right? So the answer is, and it's Thanos, but instead of Thanos, it's the Thanitizer. Thanitizer.
Come on, man.
I'm sorry.
That was bad.
The Thanitizer, man. They needed a Thanitizer. He's inevitable.
Wow. The inevitable part I get.
Yeah. I'm out of here. Mendoza.
Thanks, have a good one.
Catch you on the next one, y'all.